Hi, I'm Katherine Applegate, and I'm the author of lots of books for young readers. I'm so excited to be here today to talk to you about my new book. It's called Willodeen, and I'm delighted to be able to share just a little bit of it with you. It's a story about nature and about some really weird and interesting animals and about a fiercely courageous young hero named Willodeen. So the book begins with a dedication, and it reads simply, "From Mother Earth, thanks for putting up with us." There's also an epigraph, and it's from the amazing Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg, and it reads, "I have learned you are never too small to make a difference." Part 1. The little creature appears late one afternoon on an old carousel in the village of Perchance. She is propped, dazed and damp as a newborn, on the saddle of a wooden unicorn. She blinks, then blinks some more. She makes a noise, a sort of squeaky growl. Her breath comes and goes in tiny gasps and sighs. Her furry paws move when she tells them to. Her head turns this way and that. She seems to be in fine condition. But where is she? And more importantly, why is she? She pats the neck of her lifeless steed. Perhaps she should wait here. Yes, that might be the best thing to do under the circumstances. She does not know herself well yet, but she seems to be a patient sort. And patience, she suspects, might serve her well, might even save her life. The creature has a maker, a boy with nimble fingers and a tender heart. He's spent hours weaving weeds and thistledown in the milky moonlight, spinning her into existence. She has a friend as well, a girl with sharp eyes and a stubborn soul, and though the girl is young, she understands things that others do not. The creature on her wooden unicorn knows none of this, not yet. She does know, all at once and with great certainty, that she is quite alive and quite alone. Chapter 1. Once upon a time, when stones were soft and stars were bits of dust, I loved a monster. It seems forever ago, and perhaps it was, though things weren't really so different. True, magic was gentle then and plentiful, but it's always there, if you know where to look. The moon, after all, still smiles from time to time, and the world still spins like a dancer through the skies. In any case, the whens and wheres don't much matter. The earth is old, and we are not. And that is all you must remember. Chapter 2. I suppose I always loved strange beasts. Even as a wee child, I was drawn to them. The scarier, the smellier, the uglier, the better. Of course, I was kindly disposed toward all of Earth's creatures. Birds and bats, toads and cats. Slimy, scaly, noble, and humble. But I especially loved the unlovable ones. The ones folks called pests, vermin, monsters even. My favorites were called screechers. They screamed at night like demented roosters, for no reason anyone could ever make out. They were grumpy as tired toddlers. They were sloppy as hungry hogs, and I guess there's no nice way to put this, they stank to high heaven. Get one riled and he'd slap his big old tail and give off a stench as ferocious as an outhouse in August. And screechers were almost always riled. That'll happen when people are constantly aiming arrows your way. Screechers had needle-sharp teeth and dreadful claws. They had wild green and yellow eyes, 2 curly cute tusks, and more drool than a dog at dinner. They weren't big, about the size of a baby bear, I guess you'd say. Their bristly fur was plum-colored, and their tails looked like burnt flapjacks, covered in quills. I was the first to admit that screechers weren't exactly charming, but I had a soft spot in my heart for them, nevertheless. I'm not sure why. Maybe I knew a thing or two about being unlovable myself. Maybe when the whole world was marching one way, some ornery part of me started shouting, "Go the other way, Willodeen. You've just got to root for the underdog, don't you?" And it sure seemed to me that screechers had always been the underdogs in nature's plan. Although rooting for cute puppies would have been a whole lot easier. Anyways, that's how it was. It'd take someone a whole lot smarter than me to tell you why we love what we love. I can't wait for you to read Willodeen and to see all the wonderful illustrations by the amazing Charles Santoso, especially the creatures called Screechers and the very adorable hummingbirds who make an appearance throughout the story and are very, very important. I hope you enjoy it as much as I loved writing it, and I hope it helps you think a little bit about how we connect with the world and how we view nature and how we can take care of our very fragile planet Earth.